Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of The Bug Warrior. In today's episode I will give you the summary of everything that is coming up for the new Diablo 4 expansion, Lord of Hatred, in April. It's a lot, so let's get to it. We already know about the Warlock, the cinematic they revealed yesterday was rad, and gameplay footage was leaked also thanks to IGN. And yeah, it seems that when it gets released, it will be the most powerful class by far. What I love is that the Warlock is the exact opposite to what the Paladin represents. On one hand, we have the warrior that represents the light and good, and on the other hand, we have this badass dude that deviated from the path, embraced the dark, all evil, and is now fighting fire with fire. I love it. Aside from the Warlock, we already knew that Skovos will be the new location that gets added to Diablo 4, which is very cool since Skovos is the site of Sanctuary's first civilization. It is where it all began and where Inarius and Lilith used to live. As you can see, this new location is beautiful, it has a Mediterranean vibe, so we will get to explore a totally different environment that brings many surprises, including the new fishing game. This new location also will showcase new types of enemies. The main hub in Skobos will be Temis, which is the capital. I'm sure there will be a lot to uncover at this place, especially lore related, but what is really important about the Skobos is that here we will have access to the new endgame systems. The first one is war plans. From what I understood, step 1 is to create a path of activities. For me this is similar to how Ascendancy trials work in Path of Exile 2, except that here you select the whole path ahead and once you start, you cannot modify it. As you clear activities inside a war plan, you will progress in a global tracking system for each type of activity. What this does is that it will allow you to change how the activities in the game work and their rewards. Yesterday they showed an example where you can modify the Infernal Hordes so you don't get gem fragments anymore, so I am guessing that as you progress you will be able to change these options constantly. So depending on your needs, you adjust the war plans and begin grinding for that specific reward. They also mentioned that you can customize nightmare dungeons, for example, and have the beast in ice spawn inside them. I'm not sure if this is just so you can farm for two different things at the same time, or if you get better rewards for slaying the beast in ice inside the dungeon instead of farming the beast in ice directly. We will have to wait to know that. Next we have something very cool called the Echoing Hatred. The idea is simple. As you play the game, you will find trace of echoes. When you do, you have to teleport to Temis at Skobos, and there you can access the Echoing Hatred event. The Echoing Hatred is tied to the difficulty you are in, and your only goal is to survive. This system will show you how many waves you survive, how many monsters you killed, how many bosses you killed, and it will keep track of your personal best record. The longer and higher difficulty you survive, the better rewards. So I hope that at Torment 4 and after, I don't know, 100 waves, you get a lot of mythics or crazy stuff. This system is similar to how the Arena of Champions works in Last Epoch, where you need to survive as many waves as you can. In Last Epoch, this system is what ranks players worldwide, so I am hoping this is the same for Diablo 4. If it does, then the pit and the tower will be irrelevant, and this will be a true game changer. So I am really hoping Blizzard creates rankings based on this system. On other news, the skill tree got a massive rework. It's hard to know in detail how powerful this will be when compared to unique items, since we don't have too much information about the trees, since the trees change per class, so we will have to wait for that. Next we have the Talisman, which brings back sets from Diablo 3, but in a different way. Here you won't collect armor, weapons, nor jewelry, you will need to collect instead charms, and depending on the class are the bonuses. We don't have too much information on this, but in Diablo 3 sets are what define a build. Here I am curious because you will have your gear, but also a set based on charms, so we will have to see how that combines. But if done correctly, this should make all classes equally powerful. Next we have back the Horadric Cube, so I know what you're thinking. For the Lord of Hatred expansion, the cow level maybe will be real at last. What seems cool about the cube is that it will allow you to get powerful gear as you level up and do something with the loot we get. No more mindless salvaging or selling. One thing I saw in the video is the chaotic reroll. I want to see what that does because maybe it's like the Valorb in Path of Exile and for sure will be the replacement to Sanctification. But we will have to wait to check that out. Loot filters will be available for the first time, which is huge since we are always farming for specific items. Now with loot filters, the game will highlight and let us know when something useful drops. The only thing I didn't see is the ability to import filters, but again we will have to wait. So there you have it, this is the summary of what was revealed yesterday. It is a lot, for sure there will be a new learning curve coming April, but I love what Blizzard is doing. Before we go, I want to take a moment to recognize what Blizzard is doing because the future of Diablo 4 is bright. They have come a long way. I remember when the Vessel of Hatred expansion was released, all the bugs and issues. That is actually how this channel started, by showcasing what was wrong. Then came along Path of Exile, and Blizzard did feel the pressure probably for the first time. And fast forward today, these guys did something about it. And well, the result is that Diablo 4 has grown into something amazing in so many ways, consolidating its place as the most popular action RPG today. But as always, please share with us your thoughts in the comments. We reached the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. If you made it this far and found the video interesting or useful, please consider to share, like, comment or subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.